Hello and good day to all of you. And thank you for inviting me, Professor Liza Ramos, to this Milagros Limaco Memorial paper presentation. Thanks for allowing me to share my journey in computing and how I end up with physical computing. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so title of this talk is Physical Computing, Microcontrollers for Everyone. Okay, so I'm affiliated with Fulbright University, Vietnam, and um, an honor to be with you. So this is my journey in computing. So I started in 1988. Okay, I was 14 years old, going 15, and this is an article by Fulbright University, which shares my journey. Okay, so this is me. So my work right now is empowering leaders in Southeast Asia, okay, especially in the areas of technology and innovation. Okay. So this is me 2 years ago, and I'm now back as a kid. I started as a kid, was so fascinated with computers. Okay, so this was me, 14, when I was 14, way back in 1988. And back then there were no, there was only software. You can only program. Computers were very simple, walang mouse, walang hard disk, and walang internet. Okay, but I was so fascinated with how fast a computer can compute, can crunch a lot of numbers. So after that summer of in a computer camp, I decided that computer is going to be a part of my life. Okay, because of this fascination with computing, it has allowed me to journey all the way to my PhD and to my current work, and even starting a few companies and being a professor. Okay. So this was me 22 years ago in 2002 as an intern at Carnegie Mellon University in the robotics lab. Okay. And this is me 2 years ago making robots, okay, back as a kid. Okay. So I am now working with microcontrollers. I teach kids in the weekends how to make robots and how to program them. I even teach kids how to make games. Okay, so this is not teaching kids is not about having a grade, but it's about having fun and about discovering new things and learning how they work and how do you make things. Okay, so it's about learning by making. Okay. And one thing that's very interesting was a few years ago I saw a kid who has the same fascination with computers as me when I was a kid myself. This is a boy who taught himself Python. At the age of 8, he learned Python by himself. It's amazing to watch him being fascinated by programming and fascinated by random numbers. Okay. So that is a little bit about my journey. And okay. So my current toy, aking laruan ngayon, is the Raspberry Pi Pico. So this Raspberry Pi Pico, I think this came out in 2021, the first version. It's $4. So magkano yun in pesos? That's around 100 pesos. Okay, 220. And now, a year later, we now have the same Raspberry Pi Pico, now with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, now they can communicate with devices like phones, with other devices that have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Okay, so this is a very powerful microcontroller board, and you can just think of it as a tiny computer where you can attach different things like LEDs, like sensors, motors, and you can create Internet of Things. You can create robots. Okay, and this is a way of learning. I make things. I try to connect everything and program them from the microcontroller. So you can see here near the bottom the Raspberry Pi Pico W. Okay, and here I made a robot, a four-wheel robot with using a milk carton. Okay, and then here you have a servo motor, and here you have programmable LEDs. Okay, you can program the lights and the timing, just like the lights you see outside. Malapit na ang Pasko. And here is a touch sensor. Here you have some buttons. You have a buzzer. You have an ultrasonic distance sensor and more buttons and a small monitor. And all of them is powered by a power bank. Okay. So all of these are not expensive anymore. Mura na siya. Okay, you can buy it on Shopee for about I think about 400 pesos yung Raspberry Pi Pico with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Okay, and it's very interesting because these are physical devices. Okay, unlike for example, if you learn to program a game, then all of the things you program are on the screen. Okay, there are virtual characters. You program their behavior, you program the environment where they are in, but it's not really physical. It's not something that you can hold in your hands. Okay, unlike things like this. Okay, you can hold the robot. Okay, it's a physical device. Okay, you can watch the motor turn. Okay, and you can experiment with all kinds of motion, all kinds of lights. And for me, it's a much richer experience. Okay, at saka mas masaya siya. Rather than programming something on the screen, it's very interesting to program a button or a buzzer. Okay, or especially a robot that can go left, can go right, forward, backwards, and then stop and then turn around. Okay. Uh, there's robots pa lang bentang-benta na. Okay. I really have fun teaching kids. I I went as low as 8 years old. Okay. But now medyo settled na ako sa 12 years old. Okay. 10 hanggang 12 years old. Okay. And this is the Raspberry Pi Pico. It is available on at Maker Lab. Baka meron din sa Shopee. And you can see here, in the Raspberry Pi Pico, there are pins. May mga pins doon sa ilalim. Okay, where you can connect. Okay, I have an example here. Okay, yan. Tapos may mga pin yan sa ilalim. Okay, those are the pins that connect with things like an LED. So here's an LED. Kita ba? Okay. Or a button or some motors. Okay. So this is a powerful computer. Okay. Hindi to Even though it's very inexpensive, it is a very powerful computer. It is dual core, 133 megahertz, and it has enough memory to program quite complex objects. And You can use it as a toy if you are at least 12 years old. And you can even use it up to the master's level. So if you want to create, for example, a model of Internet of Things or remote controlled na mga devices, then this is a great platform to do that. Okay. Okay. So at the moment, I teach 12 years old. And so it means that madali lang siya. It is easy. It is drag and drop programming. Okay. So some of you may have experienced some drag and drop programming. Okay. Like game development or making some graphics. But here, using microblocks, website is microblocks.fun, you can create those simple programming constructs like um, you have here a loop, and then you have here an if then. Okay, so here in our simple program, we have a button and then we have a buzzer. Okay, so you can program the buzzer to play a certain note. And so you all connect them using this, okay, using the breadboard. And then you have here the Raspberry Pi Pico, okay. And then you can have buttons, okay. And I have here different colored buttons like a red button, okay. And I have a blue button, okay. Okay. And so you just connect it using a USB cable and you're ready to go. And it's drag and drop, so you will not run into some syntax errors. And promise, madali lang siya. Okay, I can do an online workshop with you if you want. Okay, and this is a robot. Okay, a robot with so when you have a remote controlled robot, you need a robot, okay, and then you need a controller, okay, and they communicate with each other via Wi-Fi, okay. So mag-connect sila sa Wi-Fi and then they can send messages to each other. So here you have a four-wheeled robot. You have four motors each. The power comes from a power bank, the cell phone power bank. And here you have a motor driver, and then you have some connections and a small monitor here. Okay. On the microcontroller, you have buttons that you program so that the robot will go left, right, spin around, go backwards, go forward, and then stop. Okay. And you can even do some more complex things. Okay. So it is also powered by a power bank. Okay. So these are the things that for me is very exciting to make a controller and to make uh, the robot itself. Okay. Of course, you can make some other robots like uh, with arms, okay, or those with fingers. Okay. And you can also, okay, using the MIT App Inventor, you can make an Android app that controls the Pico W through messaging protocols like UDP, MQTT, Wi-Fi radio, and Bluetooth. Okay. So drag and drop then yung MIT App Inventor. Okay. So you can look it up and you can easily make an Android app. So kung meron kang robot, you can control it using, so the brain of the robot is the Pico W. The brain of the microcontroller is a Pico W2. Pareho lang sila. but it's programmed in a different way. And then another kind of controller would be a mobile app, okay, that communicates through a broker, okay. And on a more advanced stuff, if you are in maybe in college, okay, then you can also explore machine learning, okay, on these tiny connected devices. So you might have heard of the Internet of Things. Ngayon, meron ng AI of Things, okay? And then there's also what they call tiny ML, machine learning on tiny devices, AI on edge devices, machine learning on the edge. So itong AI, dating nasa phone natin, nasa laptop, ngayon it's on these tiny devices, okay? Very inexpensive, okay? Tiny devices that can run on batteries. They can even run on solar panels like this. So this is a solar panel. Okay, nawala ko. Ayan. So this is a solar panel. And so ito na yung future because all the devices around you will have a microcontroller and will have some form of machine learning. Okay. So so this is advanced stuff, but you can do this on the Raspberry Pi Pico W. Okay. So I'd like to show you, okay, before I go to the microcontroller projects, I think I want to show you the this one. This is microblocks.fun, and this is how you program the microcontroller. Okay, so this is very kid friendly. Okay, pero hindi lang siya, I discovered that it's not just for kids. It's for ano for young young at heart tulad ko. Okay, I'm sure tulad niyo rin. And it is very user friendly. And it's a great way to learn programming for the first time and to discover itong physical computing. Okay. And if you click on run dito sa upper right corner, then you can see that a programming environment that is like this. Okay. So you have inputs, pins, controls. So this is the control. So you have loops, you have conditions, and then you have here. So when a button is pressed, you do something, okay? And here you can turn on the LED, and then you can output a certain bit of text, and then you can set one analog pin, okay? And then you can repeat something 10 times, okay? And can, okay? And then, okay, put it here, and then put it here. It's like making an LED blink, okay? And then, so you turn on the LED and then wait for half a second, turn off the LED, and then wait for half a second and repeat that 10 times. So magbe-blink yung LED mo 10 times, okay? Using this simple loop, okay? And there's also, okay, so this is also a good way to learn and love math. Kasi sa programming, merong mga math dyan that will make life a lot easier, okay? So for example, if you're going to program a strip of LEDs, then create certain patterns or certain colors, you will apply a bit of math, okay? And variables and data, and then my blocks. So this is a fun way, just drag and drop, and you can create some simple programs, and you can even create some more complex programs, okay? So, balik tayo sa presentation. Okay. So now I'd like to share some of my fun microcontroller projects that I have been doing, that I have done in the past few years. Okay. And most of these are I've been teaching to kids as well. Okay. So let me go to my Facebook videos. Okay. So here is the microcontroller at work. Okay. We have a dog. Ayaw niya ng robot. Okay. So these two Raspberry Pi Pico Ws are sending messages to each other via Wi-Fi. Okay. Wi-Fi messaging. Okay. So it's a great way to learn about wireless communications, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, to see how they work and to see that it is also quite simple. Madali lang, magkoconnect ka lang sa Wi-Fi, and then you send a message, and then you program the button to send those message. Okay. And then the robot is constantly listening to the Wi-Fi and to listen to find out if there are new messages to react to. Okay. So ito naman, ano, yan, nagsusulat. Yan. Yan, medyo mahirap i-program yan. Ang bilis niyang gumalaw eh. So this is another microcontroller called the Microbit. It is a kid's toy, a toy microcontroller that is also communicating with each other via Wi-Fi messaging. Okay, so here is our dog. Okay, so this is a milk carton robot. So if you have a milk carton or a juice carton at home, then you can make it into a very strong robot, very tough. Okay, lagyan mo ng 4 na motor sa loob. And kahit mahulog siya, okay lang. Okay. So inside, you will see a microbit. Okay. Okay. So here, this is another milk carton robot. Okay. So the kids program the robot and the controller that sends the radio messages. Okay. Okay. So ito naman dahil malapit na ang Pasko. Ayan. Okay, so here is another LEDs, okay, with a program using microcontroller. Okay. So would you believe na 200 pesos lang yung building na yan? So it's around, and even less, siguro 100 pesos lang. Okay, okay. So that LED strip, you can program the colors as well as the timing. Okay, so you can make a rainbow, you can make it blink, and you can teach. It's the most fun way to teach about loops in alam niyo sa programming may loops, di ba? So yeah, that's the best way to teach loops using an LED strip. And of course, this is my favorite. Okay, before I show my favorite, ito naman, yan, yan. Nagbibilang siya ng 1 to 5. Yan. So it's also making a robot, it makes you open your, okay, makes you appreciate kung paano dinisenyo ng Diyos ang ating mga katawan, okay? We take it for granted, but try building a robot. Ma-appreciate niyo yung inyong mga legs, yung mga fingers, yung hands niyo. Okay. And this is my favorite right here. Yan, ulit. Yun ang aking favorite na robot. Yeah. Ayun, off na natin yan. Okay. So this is, let me go back to my presentation. So this is, it's about having fun, okay? Yung physical computing. And I would really encourage you to have that mind of a kid na excited gumawa and excited to experiment. And if you want, I can give you a workshop on some simple things to get you started with microcontrollers. And with that, thank you very much, Annalisa, Professor Annalisa Ramos, for inviting me. And I'm ready for your questions. And you can send me an email later. I have my email address here. Okay. Yan. Vladimir.mariano@fulbright.edu.vn. Okay. Thank you very much. And congratulations to your event.